shit, man. Honestly, it's been I'm so glad to get out of that department. It's been a fucking rough couple hours. I can't lie.
Oh, I thought you went to sleep a while ago.
No. I had about an hour-long conversation with Doc.
I wish we had decent brakes.
So do I. I wish I had a yoke for my T7.
Oh, it's a race.
Yeah, I had about an hour.
Just so I don't forget, just so in case it comes up, we have people that are spiking in like 120, like 150 mile an hour, like, you know, balls to the wall chases.
Why?
We need, in general, right? Like spike. Okay. I honestly think spikes should not be used by our police force. I know this sounds a little. How often are we in a chase that's not using? If there's supercars involved, or like vehicles that where speeds are 160, 180, when can we reasonably ever deploy spikes in a way that's either safe or doesn't cook the pursuit drivers?
You're right. I mean, there's the odd situation that if they're going through Group 6 depositories, or
yes,
that
you're like
should be
pre-setting it up by like a minute or two.
Exactly.
The problem that's occurring, and as happened today, is people are now throwing spikes on stationary vehicles, and like
that's just straight up retarded.
It is. But the thing is, so are people we're hiring, right? And they're training. Right. And, well, okay, I shouldn't say that it's people not knowing any better, but then also not, you know, there's no time to follow up on it. You know what I mean? Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. It's something that, you know, worth chewing on. Is it worth like making it very clear that spikes should effectively, if you can't plan it 30 seconds to a minute in advance, you shouldn't even use that shit.
I mean, to be honest, I thought that was the president anyway. I don't know why we've stayed away from that. I was never taught or shown to do that. I've always known spikes as a very premeditated thing, where you would use them, like you say, in a tunnel, in an area like white garage, for example, somewhere that you know they are going to come through and not be at high speed. I'm pretty sure that is how they are meant to be used. And of course, the situation if like you have a triage and there is multiple vehicles trying to come and rescue their downed or cuffed
I think
friends,
that's what's happening. You
would then put the spike. You wouldn't put the spikes at a stationary vehicle, but you would put the spikes. Say if the triage was in red garage, you would spike one of the exits, for example.
You know how the fix is, and this is going to be a hard fix. And by the way, I'm not encouraging we make a new SOP right this second or as a consequence of this. I'm mostly just like workshopping with you, right? Is that I'm thinking that maybe the issue is we're under communicating severely, where our leads, our commands that are making those calls, as much as it sucks, we need to actually on field train, say, get spike set up there, right? And I'm going to give you an example of why. Earlier today, we dealt with a Polito bank that turned into an OIS, and we had every Tom, Dick, and Harry, the same people, right, that love to jump on the calls. And I don't want to name and shame, right? But they come on and they're just don't have any context, don't know what. They're just calling out vehicles to chase and shit, and it's like, shut the fuck up, right? Well, at one point, after I finally got them to break off and, like, you know, create a defense with our original 95s and get on rooftops and let them come to us type shit, I made the call that if anyone comes, and this is how I think it should be done, is that I said, if anybody comes on the scene and tries to take one of these 95s that just shot cops, you are to warn them let us know it's been warned, and then shoot them down. And
Absolutely.
someone who didn't hear on radio, and he's been around long enough to know, goes, wait, hey, you're saying if they take someone, we're gonna shoot them? And like in a way where it's like, and I'm like, no, dumb fuck, like I didn't say it like that. Like, no, you need to warn them so that they hear you. Then you say it on radio, and then we shoot them. You know what I mean? And it's like, we need to it's almost like we need to do live.
Each fucking micromanage spikes.
Exactly, which sucks. Yeah. But I think it's the only reasonable solution, right?
It should be. I mean, this is the thing, right? And this is hopefully something that the PRT revamp can help us with. You're right. There should be like people commanding pursuits, calling crosses, calling spikes. Like if you're going through the city and you're chasing Forehead, for example, you know he's going to do the Southside Special. You should preemptively, hey, get some spike strips behind the car wash on Innocence. That kind of shit, right? That's how it should be. It shouldn't just be, oh shit, they're coming towards me. There's a corner here. Brother, people can take lines on corners at 160 miles per hour. Just because it's a corner doesn't mean it's safe to fucking spike them. And that's what people do. I agree.
Yeah, I think micro is going to be shitty, but we have you can't backfill train, whatever. I'm just workshopping right now.
Spikes. No, yeah. I can almost use what you're saying into a positive light. The good thing about micromanaging spikes is people are so ineffective with them, or so not proactive enough with spikes, that spiking people is already at a rock bottom in this department, or both departments. You're hardly seeing it done, and when it is done, it's done in a shit way. Command enforcing the use of spikes and calling out where to use them correctly is only a net positive. I don't really see a downfall to it.
I agree.
Let's get a command report going. Let's get our opinions in there.
I would love to. I would love for this topic to be brought up with other command members too. Like sure. I see this as workshopping, and even just as a general thing. I bring up spikes, right? But I brought up the notion of, if it's an OIS and we got 95s, that our reaction should be, if they touch them, they're gonna get shot. Tennessee v.
Absolutely.
Garner. And my general advocacy here is that we almost need command to be microing these non-normal decision-making things, only because I don't think the knowledge is there, and it's an easier way to spread the knowledge.
Nor the confidence. People might not be confident doing it because of their lack of knowledge. You're right.
Right. So whether it's like a spike, or whether it's like shooting on this, or even with interference, which is I'm noticing I'm having to do because otherwise they won't do it, is saying these 4 vehicles on this chase, you're to stay on the primary. Everyone else, like so-and-so, find one of the interference, call it out, and those attaching units, get those people in cuffs, right?
That's what Declan's fucking knight in shining armor moment is. Him on a pursuit is the most fucking organized thing in the world. He makes sure that everyone's exactly where they're meant to be. People can learn a lot from him in terms of that. Hopefully he'll be back around soon.
It's slightly handholdy. However, I think for those who are passionate about the PD, they will actually be absorbing that, and that's just more people that know what the fuck to do. He's going to be back soon, by the way.
Of course
so that's huge.
I mean, this is the biggest thing, and this is what I said to Angel as well. Constructive criticism and handholding, if it's just and for the benefit of the PD, can never be a negative thing, regardless of how people feel about it. Right. Yeah, people might get in the feelies. We don't give a fuck. We're here to police San Andreas and do a fucking good job of it. I don't give a fuck if you're sad or you feel like you're being micromanaged. If you did your job properly in the first place, you wouldn't be micromanaged. And it's the same in any industry, and that's just how it has to be. Let's have a, I don't know, fucking tomorrow meeting. Let's pull whoever's in command there and just have a fucking quick chit chat with them in the office. Get some notes, get some direction. Sounds great. That's good. No problem.
So, sorry, I know I sidetracked there, but I know you had some things to talk about.
Yeah, so I had about an hour-long conversation with Doc. I did fire him.
I
wasn't an asshole about it, though. I like Doc as a person a lot, and when he came into that room, his guard was very much down. And I genuinely believe he wasn't involved. And I said this to him. I was like, I do feel like you weren't involved, Dark, but at the end of the day, you were the head of the department. I said lack of absence or LOA doesn't change that. If I went LOA for a week and my high command turned into terrorists shooting people down and I came back, do you not think that's going to hold me in a negative light?
Well, of course. I agree with you. I agree. In fact, then, I think to add to that, is that there is one thing that is made to note here, is that he did come back and he didn't even know that his own people that he hired threw him under the bus at the impeachment hearing. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I told him a lot, and I asked some questions too. I'll be honest, he didn't take it personally. I did the right thing, when Pred told me that he's taking Matt Rhodes as the assistant chief, I said, okay. I was like, I need you to do me a favor though. I said, I'm firing Dark. I think you should offer him a place in your department. He said, that's fine. So even though I did fire Dark and it was a shit conversation, at least he's not unemployed. I did secure him a role in the LSPD. He's already transferred. He's already got his rank. He's already got his tags. That's fine.
That's good.
I was like, to be honest, Dark, I was like, it's a bit of a shitty situation. I was like, the conversation with Rhodes, to me not seeing you for a long time, to you hearing this and being oblivious to it, I was like, it's not fair, and I understand you probably feel quite shit. I was like, I like you as a person. I was like, but I'm under... And I explained all the shit of why the marshals and why I feel this way. I was like, optically, I'm sure you understand. Dark is a very understanding guy. He wasn't emotional. Like, he got it. And I just said to him, I was like, look, I'm the head of a police department. I was like, as horrible as this sounds, Dark, I was like, conversations like this are very transactional for me. I was like, this isn't a personal, emotional thing. He got that. I then said, if you're willing, and you don't have to, would you be okay to answer a few questions for me? I said, from your understanding of Darkstone, he's actually only had one interaction with them. I said, is there any photos, any reports, any proof, anything at all in the world other than Gunner's word that they have been contracted or signed off by the state? He said to his awareness, he has never seen a report, a photograph, or anything from the state to allow Darkstone. He said, obviously, let me finish. He said, obviously, he wasn't present, so he can't 100% confirm that, but he can just give me that information. I said, okay, that's fine. So I then told him about how Gunner lied on the stand and threw the BCSO under the bus. Told him how they did that and all of this shit. He fully understood, and this is the thing. He was very cooperative. He was very
good.
I'm being honest here, and I'm not just saying this because I like Dark.
No, I believe you.
Unfortunately, even though it's his fault he was oblivious, I do believe he was oblivious. I do believe it. But, and this is what I said to him, I said, regardless of you not knowing, regardless of you being on LOA, regardless of you not being present, you not knowing these things, being the head of a department, it still falls under you. And I get that you weren't there. I get that you didn't know it. And I'm not saying that it's your fault or you tried to do anything in bad faith or illegal, but it was under you, regardless of presence. He got it. Honestly, he really did. And it was actually, I'll be honest, and I try not to be emotional, with the conversation I had with him and how pleasant it was and how honest he was and how much his guard was down, it did make firing him very difficult, because it was like, this is just a genuine guy who wants to be a fucking cop and get away from the marshal bullshit. Even if that was his bullshit, because he was the head, I related. I got it. You know what I mean? But I still did what I needed to do. He's going to be fine. He got the rank of full officer. He's already transferred. He's got his uniform. I've updated the tags. I've gave him a new call sign, and he's going to be working under his husband. So it's a net win for everyone in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I would even said if he was honest, like, he's deserving of the job. I'm gonna be real, but I also understand the perspective of like, this shit is active. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said. I pretty much said to him.
And that's where it kind of cooks it. Because, like, let's say they didn't throw him under the bus, it would have been so much easier to just, like, be like, okay, cool, like, here's a job. But, like, his own people, like, that's what's so fucked about it.
He weirdly wanted to stay, even after I told him Matt Rhodes was Arch Chief. And it's like you say just there, it's all ongoing, right?
It's so fucked that people that, like, hired him and were under him, Like literally just like, from everything you're telling me right now, it's actually more cooked to me that this gunner guy just like...
This gunner guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I explained to him that World War III happened and the mayors went there requesting information for the safety of the state, and Gunner didn't give them it and went 42. And he said, well, that's fucking bullshit. They're withholding information. He said, that is disgusting. Like, he was very much on our side. He genuinely, unfortunately, was oblivious to it. And I feel bad for him for that.
I fully believe him.
He could have got the information, and that's what we need to keep in mind. Now, secondly, yeah, man. I mean, fuck, Dark's a nice guy. And this is what I said to him. Yeah, I could have kept him after he was honest. And I said to him, like, look, I want to be fully transparent with you. I don't want to beat around the bush, sugarcoat it. I was like, you're a nice guy, and I owe you the at least mindset that I'm in. And I said, unfortunately to me right now, Dark, is Rhodes got you this job. I said, if you had have come to me directly and asked for it with what's going on, I wouldn't have gave you a job. I said, unfortunately, the baggage that could potentially come from the Marshall situation isn't worth employing you. And I said, and I mean that in the most professional way possible. And again, he was just like, I fully get it, man. Like, he was fine. It was crazy.
Yeah, I believe it based on the fact that he was shift 3 and the way I've seen Gunner hold himself and present himself. It's very, hey, I came from DOC. I learned how to do my job on Wikipedia. You know what I mean?
He said that himself. I said, what training have these guys had? He said, yeah, they all came from DOC. Like, he fully understands it. And you know what I think, and this could just be me running my own narrative from the conversation. I didn't ask him these questions directly.
Sure.
It seemed to me like he knew that people were being dumb. He knew that the standard was so bad, and he just fucked it up. And he just thought, fuck this, and he went on his LOA. He didn't know what to do with himself, and then he thought, fuck it, I want to be a cop, and came back. And is that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. It sounds like maybe he didn't want to approach it in that way. But I genuinely do believe he's just a genuine man in a shit situation who wants to be a cop. I believe that.
Interesting.
But yeah, no one knew fucking anything. He didn't know a single. He says there is no evidence, no pictures, no contracts, and no reports, nothing to say that the marshals or the state, have signed off Darkstone. He said there is not a thing. He said he couldn't provide anything to show that. And I said, well, what makes them different to the fucking Faceless at this point? I said, they've got the same weapons, the same vehicles. I was like, he was like, I've had one interaction with them. I couldn't actually tell you.
That is, so Gunner just got a phone call, and so, okay. Oh my God, my head's hurting. Like, brother, what? It's like I'm in the Twilight Zone. So he got a contact, and he just said, oh, cool, this guy's got guns. I guess we'll just take him. Like, we're just gonna, what the fuck? This is so much worse than I thought. I mean, because what that effectively underlines here is that, like, he on his own accord went and just like signed like what, peace treaties with like some random fucking military organizations.
That's it. Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh my God.
Just so I can make sure we cover all topics.
And then didn't tell his boss.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can deep dive and fucking spiral on this all day.
Yeah,
which we can do. I just want to make sure that we get all these conversations kind of out of the way, at least to the point where we're on the same level. Stevie's already informed about obviously Dark and Jimbo too. I pulled Jimbo into the office. I was like, look, this is really hard for me to say because I really like Jimbo as a person. I do. I was like, I think you would thrive most, and it would be most beneficial for the department if you were a sergeant. I said, it's nothing personal. It's just people feel like you're unapproachable. I was like, you did that thing with Future. You're meant to be setting an example. I was like, you literally bullied cadets. I was like, look, to be fair, again, he took it on the chin. He asked if I could demote him to lieutenant because he's never been a lieutenant before. So I demoted him to lieutenant for like 5 minutes. So now he's been every rank. And then I demoted him to a sergeant.
I wouldn't take it the wrong way. I mean, it's just...
He didn't. No, he didn't. And I explained it to him in a good way. Like, Jimbo, you can have all the benefits of pretty much what you have now, just without all the fucking hard work and paperwork. Like, you can just go out there, be a field sergeant, and have fucking fun with your job. Like, that's fine, and I embrace that. I think in the long term, he will enjoy his time in the BCSO more as a sergeant, because the pressure that I was putting on him every day, and especially after the conversation with you, isn't enjoyable.
Sense. I think it's
so
kind of like...
It on the chin. He asked if he could Sag farm. I said, yeah, fuck it. He went out there crying and shit. But he's actually fine.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think that's what made it like really tough, right? Is like you want to do the shit, right? And not everyone does, and that's not wrong. You know what I mean? Okay.
I told him it was my fault. I said, look, you asked to take the interim thing again. I'll say, look, I'm still learning too. I fucked up and I let you do it. And I was like, and unfortunately, you know, it's made this a lot harder for you than it should have been. But my point still stands regardless, right?
Oh my God, could you imagine?
I wasn't an arsehole to anyone. I just did what needed to be done. And I feel a lot better for it.
Okay.
Now, oh fuck, I need to speak to Matt Rhodes.
Anything else you need to discuss? PNT is going to need budget.
That's fine. You've got fucking $10 million.
So I just pull it and give it to an account? Is there like an account number? Or?
Remember I told you to make that shift
that's what it was.
Report?
Helen needs money. She can get parachutes. She's already bought 5. I told her to contact Stevie because I'd forgotten that. We spoke.
Stevie is essentially our treasurer. I mean, to be fair, the other thing that you can do if you want to, you guys can spend money in shift 2 and then just pass the information on to Stevie and she'll just
that's
audit-wise.
Probably makes sense.
She enjoys doing it too. She's all over the money. So
I'll talk to her.
All I'll say is do the purchases, get an invoice from them if you can. If not,
let's try to talk tomorrow about it.
Yeah,
when she's around, just so she's in the loop. Because if she wants me to like put a form in or whatever, or people to put a form in or whatever, like that's fine too. So that there's no miscommunication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These requests come when she ain't around, and obviously you told me that I could take out money, but I also want to make sure that doesn't fuck her shit up.
Yeah, it's more just making sure that if we ever get fucking ACR'd or FOIA'd, or it's not that we're just spending money to spend money, you know, it's just to cover ourselves, that's all. As for what we can spend the money on, I'm pretty sure we can spend the money on whatever the fuck we want. I don't actually think there's anything, unless we're doing dumb shit like buying fucking illegal shit. I'm pretty sure I could go and buy 10 yotes if I wanted to. Like, I don't think there's any like legislation or anything in the Constitution that disallows me to do that. But it's just good for us to keep a paper trail of what we do purchase, right?
I need to let you know something. I have been cooking on the Babylon and the Faceless connection and other shit. There is no without going into detail, there's a number of people that are actively working with me on different levels, right? I'm being kind of vague right now just because we're in the car. And I don't know what's tapped and what's not. And it's making significant headway.
Good fucking shit. That reminds me.
I am awaiting. I already made tags for the investigative shit. I am awaiting Justice Faulkner, he's been sick or something, to help fix the tags, because I can make them, but it's really weird how you give and it's I don't want to fuck it up. You know what I mean? I'm
scared of even going anywhere near any of that.
Yeah, I don't want to end up like releasing shit I'm not supposed to, and then or vice versa. So sorry, you're gonna say so.
Yeah, the detective stuff. Me and Pred had like an hour conversation earlier about some of the standards he wants to see from his department and what we want to do together. One of those was a massive thing for him is ensuring that investigations and detectives are on top, and he wants to make sure that the communication between the BCSO and the LSPD is absolutely flawless in regards to it.
I agree.
I told him, I said, listen, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and tell you that I'm God like you think you are. As for being a detective, like, I can do it, but is it my strongest point? Absolutely not. I said Brian Knight is obviously my captain. He has my full trust and judgment on anything that he needs. He's going to set the conversation up with you on what the BCSO and LSPD should do moving forward in regards to like a unified detective system.
Okay, good.
I've told him that you can make the calls on it. If there's anything that you think's a little bit heavy, then obviously just run it by me.
I'll slip you in.
Easy
I think the big thing
as.
is, unification just kind of makes sense. Like, assigning people separately is fine. I mean, Ruby and I cooked on it so much that we'll see what comes through.
It sounded like as well he's going to fuck CID off and we're just going to build on DTF instead. He said there's no point being two fucking certs.
I think that makes sense because because we
Especially
saw that announcement like right before they're going to change sheriff and they're like, new CID lead. And I'm kind of like, why the fuck would you the shit's not even working. Why would you fuck off and like have a bunch of people apply to something that should be an assignment, right?
Yeah.
Like, am I tripping?
No, you're not.
You end up with like, Bobby Charles as CID lead. That don't make no sense.
Exactly. And what I will say as well, Pred obviously has his faults. He is like, he was in there. He was telling me that, he basically wanted to be fucking joint by the hip in terms of how shit worked. He is very, very, very on board with working with us. He loves what we've done. He loves what he sees.
Yep.
And he wants to get the department up to, well, better standards than ours, but he wants to get the standards up, and we want to do that too. It sounds like he's going to be a little, and as well, this sounds really weird to say. I'm just going to say it to you. I'm just going to break the wall and just say it how it is. He very much does want some SBS shit, but he said, and I agreed, I said this too, with the current state of the PD, until we have it fucking running like a well-oiled machine, there isn't going to be any SBS bullshit from either side. Just let's get a standard set, and then we can open up the ballpark.
That's literally
it. Because dumb shit's fun, but we can't have an incompetent department and do dumb shit. You need both.
That's exactly it. Yep.
And he's exactly on the same page. He was like, listen, I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm not going to do no dumb shit. We won't do no department wars. He said, let's get a standard set, accountability set. Let's get the fucking PD thriving, and then we can dive into SBS. That sounds weird to say. I'm sorry I had to word it like that, you get what I mean, right?
You and I spoke about this, right? Like, it's even the shift 2 like hiring, right? Like, I'm telling Romello, like, we can't go and hire all these like, oh, this guy's hilarious and like whatever. Like, even while we had to deal with, what's her name? Sybil, right? She's not SBS, but also it's SBS is a handful.
Agreed.
Other things are a handful. We can't manage right now. We cannot afford command spending hours right now on a singular individual.
We can't. You're right.
Because everything else burns down because we don't have the resources yet.
Exactly that. And he said the same too. He's going to be thawing his apartment out for the dumb fucks or all the people that he claims are robots. And he's going to take a page out of our book, and he's going to limit hiring to himself and his high command too. That's it. So both departments will only be hiring with high command approval. So the standard of hires already across the board should go up with that. There was a lot of great things. We're going to try and get together, all of us, BCSO high command, LSPD high command, and just fucking hash it out, get everything in line, set precedent, set standards, and then just fucking attack these standards. Like,
that's
even
good.
Interdepartmental. Like, if we have a standard of you can't be doing this, and their high command sees one of our deputies doing that, or we see one of their officers doing that, and we've set the standard of don't do that, then it's just fucking dealt with, regardless of department. Like, you dumb fuck, don't do that, get off duty. Like, we're just gonna fucking fix it. If we have to pull teeth to do it,
I think that's good as long as it's not a robotic punishment. in my opinion.
Everything's situational, right?
Yeah, like what was the
But,
context? Are you acknowledging you did it wrong? That can have gloves more than somebody who's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, no,
Or
I
like
agree.
sits silently in the car and then like says, can you drop me off? And then you're like, oh cool, we're gonna wait a week to not know this vital critical information that the entire PD's held hostage.
Exactly. I mean, we had a fucking lot to cover, so none of these were deep dived. They will be when we have a big high command meeting. I gave him a brief of what the Faceless is. I gave him a brief of what Darkstone is. I gave him a brief of what's happening with Darkstone. Obviously, he doesn't know about either of these. I told him that he has officers who cooked meth, killed someone, and destroyed memorials.
Speaking of, we went the Polito Bank, right? The attorney at OIS. Doc was hostage, and unprovoked, this guy goes, oh, it's Brian Knott, kill me now. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch?
You should have just fucking shot that bitch in it. I bet it took every bone in your body to not just fucking shoot him.
But
honestly,
immediately went through my head, right? Was why is he saying my name? All I did was expose it.
This is what drives me insane.
And you know what I realized?
You cooked meth. Like, Knight didn't cook meth. Dumb fuck. You did it.
But you know what I said? I said, I'm like, listen, don't be like, it's like, oh yeah. He goes, all I did was cook meth, and I was told I could. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I actually said it in front of the two people. I told them, you didn't do just that. You fucking wrote the entire fucking recipe down, dumb fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not playing this. I will not. Like, I'm telling you right now, that man, like, this is people can do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not willing to admit to, like, you're lying about what you did and playing victim, you're not getting hired. You know what I mean?
Damn fucking
because
right.
that means you're okay with writing down, you know, what he did.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to play victim, right? Because that means you didn't learn your lesson. That's what the point is. 30 days is a means by which you come back baptized, right?
Learning your lesson.
Yeah,
exactly.
But the thing is that threw me off is you and I joke about it, right? Or like did with, you know, Peters, but I don't think we're like really getting out there and like, but I'm like, why do you bring my name up? Did these motherfuckers during this whole thing, were they like, I can't believe Knott did this to you?
Would not surprise me.
Would not
one bit.
Because I noticed too, Opal ran in there, go chatting with him and this and that, and I'm like, fucking two peas in a damn pod.
Jesus fucking
Mick Cookwood and her fucking goddamn sous chef ran in there. You know,
Heisenberg and his colleague Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse
Pinkman.
I was like, yo, he ain't like, listen, you fucking around with the wrong guy. You know what I mean? Oh, ha, ha, he. But, you know, you come at me sideways, brother. I'm going to take, you know, I'm going to pull the mirror out and hold it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I showed Pred the report where it was documented.
Oh, he saw the thing?
Oh, yeah, I showed him it. It was the first time I've seen him be quiet for more than a minute. He was... I can't even remember what he said. Like, does he still wake up? Some dumb shit. I don't know. He said something.
Well, I mean,
I can't remember.
You know, I mean, listen, you and I both know how big of a deal that was, right? Like, and that's what was annoying me, if I'm going to be honest, with some of the shit around it. Because everyone and that I had to say it straight, like to, let's just say a member of high command is like, you know how serious this was. Let's not play stupid. And I said it in a very stern voice because how do I put this? It's not about, how do I put this? When it comes to that shit, it needs to be stern. Otherwise, we're opening the door for someone else to get fucked. Does that make sense? Like,
it does.
Like, I don't want anyone else to do something stupid and think it's going to be brushed under the rug because then they may do something stupid. Does that kind of make sense?
Next thing, you know, they are mega fucked, and that's not right.
Exactly.
No, I fully get what you're saying.
Yeah. And that I was coming from that energy.
He himself, I don't really want to deep dive this topic of this part too much, but I don't know if he understands that. But regardless, it is what it is. It's dealt with. I don't think he'll ever get a job.
That's not on us at that point, right? That's for his own high command to have,
we do our
spoken to him properly.
Fuck, I've got like a really refreshing mindset. I'm super locked in at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, shit. I'll be honest.
I'm glad. I'm happy Pred is chief. I mean, I'm very biased. Him and I, literally, that's my best friend. You know what I mean? It's him and Sam Bass.
Wait, what about me? Am I not my best friend, bro?
We have years of history. You know what I mean? Like,
it'll be nice to say.
You're way up there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm up there.
You're way up there. You know what I mean?
Or?
Yeah. No, I mean,
top 5 or?
Yeah, no, 100% your top 5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like,
you're my top 1 best friend, but that's fine. Anyway. Oh, I need to ring fucking Matt Rhodes.
Which is why
I need to get this conversation dealt with.
Wait, this is important. He is my best friend.
Oh.
Which is why I need to tell you something. Him and I cannot be in the same department. Otherwise, we're going to end up killing EMS together. So you can't die. Otherwise...
Oh, no, I get that. This is how I sometimes think about... Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. This is why I can never be...
No, I don't think you understand.
Oh, no, I do.
Him and I
can never
have
be
done more corrupt shit
triangle.
together than anyone else in the fucking city. We took Tessa's, like, girlfriend when he was drunk, and he fucking, like, tried to murder her. We had to and then dumped her in the water, and then we had to cover it all.
Oh shit!
I had to watch him burn hospitals down.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
There's something about like this thing where there's like a force between us where we're both competent enough but also crazy enough to know that if we did that thing, we could get away with it.
Well, I guess it's good you're on this side.
I know.
Well, obviously, I hope you stay on this side. So that's good to know.
I tried to make it sound like I was going to go to LSPD. Hell yeah. I tried to make it sound like I was going to go to LSPD.
I need to speak to my fucking phone. I need to speak to Matt Rhodes. And if Matt is emotional about me getting his husband a job in the LSPD, I'm going to crash out. It's going to be very confusing for me. Can you pull your phone out?
No. Yep.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It happens sometimes. Let me see if Faulkner's around.
Wait, let me get out real quick. Maybe it's like I'm sat here gaslighting myself that I've forgotten the muscle or some shit. What the fuck? Well, I can't pull my firearm out either. Do I need to take a nap?
You know, you just got to wait it out for a couple minutes and then you're going to feel your phone just fall out your pocket. Okay, anything else we got to talk about? Because I got to skedaddle here. Thinking about Borderlands 4. Yep.
Oh.
I haven't been like
fucking play that.
It's you might want to temper your expectations.
Borderlands 3 was like my favorite game.
What?
I loved it.
I talked shit about it on Twitter.
I remember being young on like Xbox.
Wait,
like
Borderlands 2 or 3?
I can't remember which one, but I love the like cartoony graphics and shit. Like I just love the games.
You mean 2, because like
Probably I was young. It was on like Xbox 360, I think.
oh, then it's Borderlands 2. Okay, yeah, because 3 was like 4 years ago or something like that.
Oh no, yeah, no, I didn't play that then. No.
Yeah, that one I had like I pissed off like them. As I said, the UI was dog shit on the PC, and whoever did the UI, whoever like signed off on it should get fired. And they're like, I can't believe you said that. I was like, yo, fucking relax. Why would you like, I literally, the point of me like reviewing shit like is to give an opinion, and I'm using like rhetoric. I'm not saying like literally, hey, I'm sending like a notice to 2K and tag like as if I tagged them. I'm sending an official email. Like, it's so bad the guy should be fired, but not like, obviously, that's what
Obviously
rhetoric is.
Fired.
Yeah, it's like saying like, man, I hope you die. And it's like, oh my God, you wish death on me? Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like the fuck.
Well, good news. I'll be around very early tomorrow. And for the next 6 days, I have nothing in my proverbial calendar, so I'll be around a lot, which will be nice.
Okay. Yo, Chad, you ready? I'm very excited to try this out. I hope
have a
it's
conversation
good.
with Angel. And depending on how that conversation goes, not yet, but down the line, it might free up a sergeant spot.
They may free up a sergeant spot?
It might free up a sergeant spot.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we talked about this, by the way. Yeah, I think you should definitely think about it and also understand what she wants.
That's
you know
what
what I mean?
This conversation with Angel isn't going to be about me offering her the job.
Yeah.
It's going to be about me understanding if she even wants the job.
Right. You don't want to, because I think she's more qualified, right? But understanding what it is that she truly wants and whether she wants to, like where her priorities and enjoyment comes from is important, because otherwise you may end up with a similar to Jimbo's situation, right? Where she's looking to do all these things and maybe she doesn't want to do administrative, right?
I was going to make Angel my undersheriff, and Peter's talked me out of it.
Oh, okay. Where the fuck is
my
Peter?
plan? Fuck knows. And then if a sergeant spot does free up, I really want someone to step up into it without me even speaking to them about it.
Well, that's a good idea.
I've got my eyes on someone.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Good night. Oh, let me know actually how that shit is. Right. Good night.
You're saying it like you're not going to be watching till like 2 a.m.
I will be.
All right.
Good night.
You take care.